Alright, so I guess this is the first video. We're just outside of Sheffield, like the start of the Peak District. Gonna do a short loop. I think it'll be about 15 miles. Probably take me about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on any mechanicals or trail issues or anything like that. I'm here on the Scott Spark 720. Sun's come out a little bit, so that'll be quite nice. It did rain a lot the other day though, so trails will be quite wet. I'm using a GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition. I'm using the lightweight non-waterproof case, so hopefully you can hear me alright, but as I say, non-waterproof, so hopefully we won't get too wet. Bit of a road section now. I'm assuming wind noise is going to be a bit of an issue, so I might not talk too much whilst on the road because, as I say, wind noise will be quite bad. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. This is always quite a bad one for traffic. It gets quite tight. There we go. So we've got a bit of a horrible headwind at the minute, making this road section quite hard. You can probably hear it actually on the microphone. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad, but when I have a look at the footage I'll see what I can do. Try and make it a bit more enjoyable for you lot. First road descent now. It's quite a slippy one, especially when it's been snowing. Get a bit of speed up. There we go. That's yeah, hopefully that didn't sound too bad for you. I've got the feeling this whole ride is going to sound horrible, but we'll see. Okay, so should be a bit quiet for you now, you should be able to hear me. This ride starts at the Norfolk Arms, just outside of Sheffield. Goes on the road for a little bit. I think it's about 3.5 miles. And then we go up to Stanage Pole. And then once we're up at Stanage Pole, we go down the other side, down the edge. A bit more of a road climb to Burbage Valley. Come through Burbage Valley down to the Fox House. And then from the Fox House we go up towards Handkirk Moor, over Handkirk Moor to Lady Canning's, and then we'll have a little play on the Lady Canning's single track. They've got the Blue Steel and the Cookie on Gas trail. Alright, so coming up to the last bit of this first road section. On the left here is Redmere's Reservoir, so I've heard that there's going to be another trail built in here. So if it's something like Lady Canning's, that'll be brilliant. It'll make this ride really quite enjoyable with a few single track options in it. First off-road climb of the day. This is the climb up to Stanage Pole, so it's not too bad. It's quite smooth at the minute because I've had some forestry work going on. So it used to be a bit rougher than this, but it's quite hard packed at the moment. It's not too bad, especially after the 3 miles on the road. Your legs are quite warmed up, so yeah, as far as climbs go in the peaks, it's quite tame. So this seems to be quite a sheltered climb. There used to be a bit more of the plantation on the right hand side, but in the winter of 2016, so the winter just gone, there was a big storm and it knocked a load of the trees down, and since then they've chopped all the rest of them down, as you can see there. It's changed the climb quite a bit. It used to be a really sheltered one, but unfortunately now it's quite exposed, so I'm hoping again that the wind noise isn't too bad for you. There we go, and coming up to the final bit of this climb. You might be able to see in the distance the pole. That's Stanage pole, and from there it's a nice descent on the bridleway with a couple of drainage ditches the other side, so you have to look out for them. You can jump them, although I've taken a rim out in the past, so I just pop the front wheel over them now just to clear them. Technical little rock section here. a bit slippy when wet, and pedal strikes every time. So I will be putting this ride on Strava. There'll be a link to it in the description. There we go. So if any of you are local to Sheffield and you haven't done this loop, which I'd be surprised, you'll be able to do it. Fun little loop, not massively hard, it's just it's a very enjoyable one. Here we go, last little bit up to Stanage pole. There we go. It's a really good view from up here. Hopefully we'll be able to see it. It's quite cloudy today. We'll have a little look around. So off that way we have, Lady Bower, Hope, all of that lot. Edale a bit further round. There we go, Stanage pole. And then back down there is Redmere's Reservoir and Sheffield in the distance. Time for us to go all the way down, follow along the road on the ridge line, and then off in the distance there's a few parked cars that you might not be able to see, and that's Burbage Valley. We're going to go down there and then off over this hill in front of us. Sorry guys, I should have given you a bit more context there. That was the descent down from Stanage pole. Really good fast descent. It's quite rocky, and there's a couple of big drainage ditches. You probably saw me popping the front wheel over. It's a good laugh, but you can take a rim out quite easily. I've done it in the past. So just in front of us now, you can see the edge line. We've just come from the top of there. Near enough straight in front of us is a slightly higher peak. That's where we've just come from. Brilliant descent. I think I was about a minute 40 something. up until that bottom corner anyway. So on the road for a little bit now, bit of a road climb, and then it's off to Burbage Valley. If you are doing this ride yourself, there is another way to come down from Stanage Pole. You see just in front of us, there's that plantation. So that plantation, there's a very good but very technical descent through there. It'll be very wet. I'd recommend doing it after a few days of dry weather because it does get very boggy. But in the dry, it's a very fun descent, very technical. A more challenging option than taking the bridle way down, but it's well worth it if you're ever in the area. I guess I haven't really said what the plan for this channel is. I'm a contributor for Dialed Mag, and I've got a section on there called Ride Up, where essentially I will do a route in the Peak District, take loads of photos around the route, you know, places to stop off, bike shops, cafes, pubs, all that lot, and essentially I document the entire route, with the plan being to sort of give people inside and outside of the Peak District a bit of an idea as to what's worth riding and what's not. At the bottom of each article I post the Strava route, the GPX file, and other bits of information such as pub websites, cafe websites, all that lot. So essentially you can do the ride without doing it, that's the idea. But going back to my plans for this channel, essentially I'm going to do the ride up thing, and every time I write an article about a certain ride, the plan is to have a video to go alongside it, so you can either read the article for the full detail, or you can watch this 15-20 minute video and do the ride yourself, essentially. It'll give you an idea as to what's worth riding, what's not worth riding, and yeah, I'm hopefully it'll work. My big concern at the moment is the audio quality. I feel like the wind noise will be a bad thing, and hopefully you can hear me loud enough. So we're on the road for, it'll probably be another couple of miles now. Bit of a climb, possibly the biggest climb in this ride, up to the top of Burbage Valley. We are 7.75 miles in, time's coming at 41 minutes, and 869 feet of climbing. You might be able to even see the Garmin from the view you've got there. Coming in at the top of that road climb, just ticked over 1,000 feet of climbing, 8.3 miles. The road now, we come to a little junction and the road goes off to the left and then to the right just after the junction. But there's a little shortcut you can take on a mountain bike. It's quite gnarly. I'll drop my seat down for it, but I wouldn't advise doing it on the weekend, because on the weekend there's a lot of walkers, especially young families. You don't want to be hurtling down there when there's the families coming down, so if you're going to do it, be careful. That's what I mean, it's very fast, and unfortunately I've just lost the chain going down there, so bear with me a minute. Alright, we're back. So yeah, as I say, it's quite rough. I did lose the chain down there. I think that could have been a PB down there actually. I'll have to have a look on Strava when we get back, start that again. So we'll turn in here and we'll get going off towards the Fox House. Okay, so that was Burbage. As you can see, it's not too exciting. There's a couple of fast bits, but you have got to watch out for people walking. I believe you can have horses up here as well. So yeah, if you're going to come down, just keep an eye out for other users of the trail and just be considerate to everyone. Now we're going to go up to the Fox House, and then once we've gone past the Fox House, we're going to go on to Houndkirk Moor, over Houndkirk Moor, off towards Lady Bower, and then come down some single track. It should be quite good. But for now, a bit of a road section, but this is the last road section of this ride. Right, so we'll just come off the road from the Fox House. This is the climb up to the top of the moors. As you can see, the rain's coming in a little bit, so it's considerably darker than it was. Hopefully it's just a light shower, but yeah, steady away over this climb. That's a fun little section, that. Hopefully you're able to see it. Not too much water on the lens. Yes, the rain seems to be settling a bit, but we are a bit damp. It's not too bad. GoPro should be okay. Maybe in the future I'll bring the waterproof case with me. We'll have to see. So a bit more of a climb now, and then a really fun fast section that I really enjoy. It can be a bit sketchy when there's people coming up the other way, but with it being a rainy Wednesday, hopefully that won't be an issue. Whew. Last little climb. You can see the trail continues in the distance, but it's a really fast, fun section. I do hope there's not too much water on the lens. There we go. I was wrong about that rain. It's coming down quite heavy now. Ah well, almost in the forest now. Should be a bit more sheltered and dry in there. Alright, so we're at Lady Canning's now, and just to recap, we've done up to Stanage Pole, over the other side along the road to Burbage, Burbage through the valley to Fox House, Fox House over the moors, up to Lady Canning's. So here we are on Cooking on Gas. I'll let the full video play out and hope you enjoy. Oh, legs are burning out a little bit. Hope you can still see everything with the water coming down. Fast burn. Ooh. There we go. Going up to the final big berm now. The fast one. There we go. Nice. Then coming in for the last corner. Hopefully you can see that alright. I've got my doubts with the amount of rain coming down. And hopefully the wind noise wasn't too bad. It's a brilliant trail. It's well worth the ride out. It's a good way to finish a ride as well. So, back off to the car park now. And that's it. See you next time.